Hey, what's up? Welcome to DGenEd. That's degenerative education, meaning none of this is financial advice. Just me having fun going over some ETH data. So here, looking at the strategic ETH reserve, we can see what's going on with some ETFs and treasury companies. Going to be diving into that, some charts, and then also, just thinking about getting ready for today. It's probably going to be pretty volatile rest of the week with the FOMC today and triple witching on Friday, which is options expiration. And yeah, so I think that, it's good to be bracing for some volatility. But anyways, looking at the data here, what we can see in the ETFs is that if we just scroll down here, we can look at the data. So for September 16th, by the way, this is the video for Wednesday, the 17th. So with all the data here from the 16th, we can see that there was net outflows of just about $62 million. That might not seem so great, but I think it could just be, people managing risk right before the FOMC. I think that we're going to be seeing some volatility. And really relative to the past 4 days here, this drop of 62 million, it's not really that much. There has been net buying the past 5 days. So I wouldn't, really think too hard about this number. But if we do look at the individual ETFs, we can see that BlackRock's iShares ETF, ticker symbol ETHA, did see a withdrawal of about $20 million, whereas Fidelity's ETF, which is ticker symbol FETH, they saw a withdrawal of about $48 million. However, I believe this is Bitwise's ETF, ticker symbol ETHW. The ETFs and ETHs gets kind of confusing, but that's nearly a $7 million addition. So I find that to be pretty interesting. Otherwise, the other ETFs did not see any movement there. But then if we do look over at the chart, we have been seeing a little bit of this pullback here, a little bit of a retracement. So if I do pull up that Fibonacci retracement tool, just trying to line it up approximately with the bottom here, approximately with the top over here, and actually pull that forward a little bit so we can see it better. And yeah, it does look like we have tested the 618. The low yesterday on the 16th was about $4,428. And right here, it's about $4,429.63, being that 618. And actually, the low was just barely below 4,429. So a very nice test of that. We'll have to see if it holds. What I could see happening around the FOMC is maybe we get an initial sell-off or initial big move down, maybe coming down to test that 50-day simple moving average, which is right around $4,300, a little bit lower, also corresponding with the 236 from this Fibonacci retracement that I've talked about before. So that is what I would expect. And also, I must say that that does seem to, in my view, kind of match what I'm thinking about with this video that I just put out from yesterday on Mara breaking out, and I'm just thinking that we're probably going to be seeing a retest and launch, or maybe it just launches, but that's a 14-minute video where I go over Mara, the Bitcoin mining company. And, you could see it even in the thumbnail that I have a little bit of a retracement, test that moving average, and then bounce. So that is kind of what I would expect. And, I'd expect to see that in the ETH chart over here. But we'll have to see. I mean, if ETH heads up to around $5,000, that's new all-time highs. And I think that we're probably just going to be seeing that trend in all-time highs being hit. But then coming back over here to look at the data, I'm just going to switch over to the ETH numbers so we can compare up here. And so looking at the ETFs, they currently hold about 6.75 million ETH, valued at over $30 billion. And that daily outflow, actually, if I do switch back over here, we can see it says, I do want to do it on the ETH here. let's see, 13.6, 13.65. So that is, an approximate match. They're considering maybe little difference in rounding there. And this total holding from those ETFs does represent about 5.58% of the supply. But then looking at the Treasury companies, we didn't see any buys or sells yesterday on the 16th. So this table has remained the same. And then if we do flip over to them here, just to look at Bitmine Immersion, ticker symbol BMNR, they currently hold about 2.15 million ETH, valued at just under $10 billion. And so if we come over here to look at their chart, it does seem like we've got a nice green move up yesterday, about 5.31% up on the 16th. It did get a continuation through that 50-day simple moving average. So I think that looks really nice. And one of the other things that looks nice about this, we did push higher than the high as well, like the close and the high from Friday the 12th. And that was, let's see, the high was 55.29, whereas yesterday we closed at 55.93. And we are up, it looks like, in the pre-market above 56. That could be a little bit of a fake out though before the FOMC, so do be cautious of that. But what I like about the chart here is that we do have a smaller spread in the candle relative to over here. And with that, we do have lower volume relative to over here. And so there is no divergence there. They are, moving in concert. So that does make me think that this is a healthy move, getting a close above there, but maybe not. Maybe we do wick down or pull back to that 50-day moving average around 47. So do keep that in mind. And then coming back to the list here to think about SharpLink Gaming, which is ticker symbol SBET or SBET. They currently hold 838,000 ETH, and that number really hasn't changed in a while. Their position is valued at about $3.77 billion. But then coming back over here to look at their chart, this one actually hasn't been that great of a performer, still below the 50-day simple moving average. And so, does that mean this is a dud? No, not necessarily. I think that this might actually have a lot more upside than Bitmine, because this one is still below the 50-day moving average. So just moving up to that, basically getting, wrong window there, just getting back to the 50-day, that would be down for Bitmine, whereas with SBET, that would be up, and that would represent, let's see, about a 20+% move to the upside, getting to around $20 at $21, somewhere around there. So do keep that in mind. But what this tells me relative to Bitmine is this one's just more risky. Personally, I have a lot more confidence in Bitmine than I do in SBET, but this one is much cheaper, currently trading at 16.88 in the pre-market, it looks like, whereas it closed at 16.95. And then comparing that with Bitmine, which is currently trading above $56 in the pre-market. So, compare and contrast those. I do think that Bitmine is the much better bet, as it is the leader over here. And from up here, we can see that they have been aggressively buying. That's what we want to see Treasury companies doing, not just sitting on the sidelines like SharpLink, that hasn't made a purchase since September 2nd. But maybe that's going to change soon. We will have to wait and see. But, as always, those are just my thoughts. If you found them helpful, make sure you like the video, share your thoughts in the comments down below, and make sure you subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Have a great hump day, great FOMC day, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, you guys. Bye.